Alright, let's get started. So, I think a lot of people were taking shorts. Wait, let me get rid of this. A lot of people were taking shorts over here, right? So, I think they had this marked out somewhere on here. They had this short marked out and here. And then they were taking, yeah. I think a lot of trading pool traders were taking shorts from here, right? But the reason why I didn't take the short here was because price didn't like it reacted off this SND here, but it didn't put in a new low right here, right? So if price put in a new low here, then I would have taken a short here, but price didn't put in a low, yeah. It just went back up to supply, so that's why I didn't take a short. And then when I saw that, right, I was like, okay, what's happening with the price? Yeah, it's not making new lows, but it's not making new highs. Yeah, so why would we take short here if there's new low putting in? So I was like, okay, let's mark out the SNDs, yeah. So we had a supply reaction here, but you want to mark out the demand here. So I was on the 15 seconds, but see 1 minute. You see how there's like a demand here? I saw that price was respecting that demand, and it didn't put a new low, and it went up again, yeah. So I knew that this supply zone was weak. So we played out. See what was happening. We saw that price then respected this demand, yeah. So that's two demands that's getting respected. So I don't understand why we would take shorts at all when we just kept respecting demand. And he played out. Alright, we respected somewhere. Wait, let's get 15 seconds. Respected somewhere of this over here, right? This uninitiated wick, and then it respected and it bounced back up, and it actually broke the zone here. So while everyone's taking shorts here, you could have looked for a double confirm here. You see all that? You can see that there's a break structure down here, right? That's a break structure. And then what did it do? It respected the demand here, right? So you switch that to change character because this high got taken out right here. As soon as that happened, right, we were clearly bullish. Well, that was order flow wise. We were still bearish here because no high was taken out until this high got wiped out, yeah. But over here, wait, let me get this arrow out. We knew that this high, yeah, we wanted that to break, but we knew it was gonna break because price reacted off here with the change character. It created new demand, and that demand got respected. And then what happened? It broke structure again for a double confirmation. Yeah, something like here. So what you could have done was waited for price to come back down, and then you take a long. Well, let's see how it played out. In there, and it started dropping from here. This demand here. So this is called a double confirmation entry. So textbook entry that it would look like this. Uh, so oops, wait. Ah, so CHOCH here, break structure. So this is a double confirmation entry. CHOCH. So the first confirm would be this. You guys are taking longs here. Yeah, that's the first confirmation for a switch, right? Like a switch to a bullish uptrend. But you want to look for a double confirmation, which is like another break structure here, and then a demand zone you mark out like somewhere here, and then price coming back down here, respecting it, bounce back up. That's a double confirmation. So if you took a trade here, that's one confirmation. But if you took a trade here, this is a double confirmation. Yeah. So if you see that, right, I don't know why a lot of people would have like supplies are marked here, supplies are marked here, supplies are marked here. It's all just gonna break. I'll show you an example. So I caught a 1 to 4 here, but I should have targeted higher to like this zone. So I only closed it early because of news. But I'll remove that. Alright, this high here. So you know how like, we're in a bullish uptrend. A lot of people were marking out demand zones, right? So we could have seen they were marking out this demand zone here, this demand zone here, this demand zone here, and this demand zone here. So what a lot of teachers like preach is that if you're trading SMC, you want to mark out all these supply and demand zones, right? So their standard SMC is structure. So this is like this is what MENT preaches: structure, SND or a point selection, and then confirm. So what MENT or those other teachers teach is that you take structure. So let's say we're bullish, right? Bullish structure, which is clearly right there. Supply and demand. So let's say we use this demand, right? All these demands are valid to them because of their CHOCH confirmation here. Yeah. If they see confirmation here, they take it. 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 But the problem with that is that you're liable for 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. Yeah. So why would you risk having 4 losses when you want to take something like structure, SND, liquidity, confirm? Because liquidity is pretty much important. We know that there's liquidity here, so this is pretty much weak. There's liquidity here for this zone, yeah, which is weak, and there's liquidity here for this zone, which is weak. Now, if we identify that all of these are weak, right, you want to see if this high reacted for anything, yeah? So what you do is you go back up to like 4 hours, or no, let's get, yeah. You see, okay, that's the high. I'll remove all this. That high, what did it react off? Yeah, you want to go back in time and say, okay, we'll zoom in here. I'm pretty sure it reacted off this 2B2S or imbalance FEG. Now this FEG, the reason why I marked it out is because there's 2 buy to sell zones here. One here, that's a buy to sell, and then there's also one on top of it. So that's a valid FEG. Something like here is just a confluence for a supply zone. If you see these a buy to sell here and also a buy to sell here, that middle FEG is super valid. So that's how I take trades. So you wanna drag that out. Yeah. Do you guys understand how FEGs work, imbalances? Or no?
Yeah.
Okay. You mark it out. We see that price actually taps in. Yeah. So that once we saw that rejection, you want to go into the 1 minute time frame and see what's happening there. So we'll say, okay, what happened here? Price has already shifted bearish because they rejected from here. I don't know why. Like what I mean by SNDs is that a lot of people would have this marked out. They'll have this one marked out. Yeah, they're still looking for longs. Yeah, they don't know that we're reacting off a supply zone or a SND or FEG. So they mark this demand, mark this demand, mark this demand, and then mark this demand. Yeah, and then even though like they take a loss here, 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 they're still marking out demand zones to long the market. Yeah, like it's like that. Then they have all these demand zones marked out. So if price is here, right? This is how like they're making too many entries and too many trades. It's like, let me play it out. Let's say we have a limit order here, yeah, because we think that price is still bearish, bullish. So we have a limit order here. We take a long position. Let's say I have that marked out. Let me get rid of this one. Oops. They mark this out. Yeah, they long it. And this is where like psychology comes into play too. So they take a long. Let's say they're in the trade, right? They're up what? 1R, 1, 2R. Yeah. Well, they're targeting let's say this high, and they get stopped out. Yeah. And then now they're thinking, oh wait, maybe like that was just liquidity for this zone. So they mark this out, right? And they say, okay, let me take this trade here too. They put a limit order and they play it out. They get stopped out. When that happened, right? They're like, oh, price is rejecting because of this white candle. Let me just mark this out. You see how like this white candle? All right, I'll take another trade. One more here. And then now you're in for like 3 more losses, yeah? Because you're saying, oh, the demand zone's holding. You play it out. It goes up. It goes 1R. You're like, oh, okay, I'm in the right direction. And then you get stopped out again, yeah? And then when that happens, yeah, they mark this out. And they say, oh, maybe this was liquidity for this zone. And then they say that it already broke through, right? They zoom out. And they say, you know what? Maybe that was all liquidity for this zone. So they make one more trade here. Here they play it out. They get stopped out, and then maybe they take this zone too. Yeah. Let's take this zone here. Let me just remove this. They play it out. So when they're in this trade, they're thinking, okay, this is the final trade that's gonna run. So they play it out, right? And then what do? They get stopped out again. So you see how all these demand zones are weak? Yeah? Do you guys understand how these demand zones are weak? You're liable for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nearly 6 losses. Yeah? When really price has already shifted bearish all the way from up here. Yeah? Even if we take this break structure, yeah, and the low within this break structure, which is this low, right? We know that price has already shifted bearish. So when we saw that change in character, we knew that price was bearish because it reacted off this 4-hour supply zone 2 or FVG. Whereas we could have been looking for shorts the whole time, where other SMC traders, they're using all these demand zones to long. So when structure shifts bearish, then you're only looking for supply zones. If structure is bearish, I don't know why you have all these demand zones marked out and you're looking for longs. So you have, the key idea is structure comes first, right? So I'll put that first. You always need to get structure first, and you have 2, SND, yeah? Supply and demand comes second. I don't know why people are having like supply and demand first, like they're marking out everything, like how come like you guys are marking out this? I'll show you an example. So let's say this is demand. Yeah, they have this demand marked out too, and then they have this supply marked out. Let's go to supply. And they have this supply marked out. Like you guys are just trading supply and demand. Yeah, you need to factor in structure. Because I see people, they see this demand, they're taking long here, and then they're taking profit here. Yeah, and then they're taking a long here, and then they're taking profit at the next supply. Like, it doesn't work. You need to factor in structure, because structure always comes first, and then supply and demand comes second. All your S&Ds are weak if you don't know what structure, well, how if structure is bearish or bullish. Do you guys understand that? Yes? No? Yeah, am I talking too fast?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. So as soon as we had this change of character, we knew that all these demand zones are weak, yeah? So if you're taking in trade, let's say we were in a trade up here, right? We catch this trade. I don't know why you're taking profit here. You're taking like partials here, partials here, partials here, partials here. As soon as like we react off a high time frame zone, 4-hour zone, we can just target all the way down here, all the lows. And then we just let price play out. But someone else is taking like 15 losses when you're in the right direction of the market because you have structure right. Do you guys get that? Do you guys understand?
Yeah, you were looking at the fair value gap on the 4-hour, and then waiting for it to change character on the 1 minute to start taking shorts.
Yeah, this was the confirmation. Yeah. So if you get back to the 4 hours, right? So I'll show you guys like the difference between an FEG and an imbalance, because everyone thinks like they're the same thing, right? But I'll show you. This here is an imbalance, right? That's an imbalance. This I'll mark the imbalance. Now, an imbalance is just a confluence for a supply zone, which is up here. So we know that this imbalance needs to get filled for this supply zone to be to react, to be a strong supply zone. Now, the reason why I didn't take this trade was because I saw an FEG. An FEG is when you have a buy sell zone here. Do you guys know how buy sell zones work or what they are?
No, can you explain quickly, please?
Okay, so buy sell is like, you see how like price like just keeps going down? Yeah? We have these 2 wicks here. We have a wick here and then a wick here, yeah? That's a buy to sell. So you can have this marked out, yeah, as a buy to sell because there's buys and sellers in this little like down move. In this 4-hour down move, there's buys and sellers in this little zone. So if we zoom out, yeah, there's another one here as well. Here. Because even though the price went down, yeah, it still reacted up and went up a bit in this 4 hours. So if you zoom out, you can look for it again here. A buy to sell. So price was going up, but like there's a wick here and wick here. So that's a buy to sell. So as soon as you spot these two buy to sells, yeah, the middle imbalance here is a very valid FEG. Because now we know that there's buys and sellers here, and there's buys and sellers here, yeah? So buys and sellers here, buys and sellers here. And in the middle is where like there's just a dump. Like there's an imbalance here that needs to get filled. So we know that there's like a point of interest here. Like people want price here and people want price here. So like the banks, the institutions, right? They basically push price to clear all that, but not enough to go over here. So when we see that happen, yeah, you just mark it out. Just mark it out. And then see how price reacts.
Okay, so if there was no FEG on the 4 hour, would you just look for a supply on the 4 hour?
Yeah. I'll just look for the supply.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright, so if there is FEG, you'd rather look from that zone first to see how price reacts off there.
Yeah, I want to see how price reacts off here first.
Okay.
If price doesn't reject from here, then you can't do much, because a lot of you guys are like, you know your confirms. Are you guys using rejection candles, or are you guys using that CHOCH method that I use?
Yeah, the change of character.
You're using the change of character in 1 minute, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll show you guys something.
Yeah.
Let's go 1 minute. So this would be the typical change of character, yeah? You go change character here, but you can easily know, like you can just tell that price is bearish through order flow. So let's go 15 seconds. There's no change of character here, right? Like I don't see any change of characters. The only one I see is like the one here. Yeah? The change of character here. That's the only change of character I see, right? But we would have known that price is bearish all the way from here. And how do we know that? Price literally creates a supply zone and it gets mitigated. Yeah, so let's say mark this out. Price mitigates the supply, and then price just keeps going down. Well, I'll show you a better example later, but wait. It was the same So you know how I first opened this masterclass and I showed you guys how everyone was looking for shorts and I looked for longs. It was because all that demand zones were just getting respected. So it's the same here. Once supply gets respected here and rejects, you can just tell price is bearish. So after that get or respected, we could have marked this out as a break structure. And then zoom in, see okay, what's happening here. An unmitigated wick here was getting filled. And you go down, supply just keeps getting filled, respected, and it keeps dumping. You can just tell order flow is bearish. You don't need to change the character. You can just tell that when supply keeps getting filled, you just know price just switched bearish. Whereas a lot of people, they're still looking for longs, and that's why they get stopped out. Do you guys understand that?
Yeah, so it's just like order flow?
Yeah, it's just order flow. Like don't take change characters too literally. If you want a clear change character, just go to the 1 minute, yeah, and then zoom out, and then you can say, okay, what's happening here? Price, yeah, price change character here, yeah. So there's we knew price was bearish after on the 1 minute when these like these little swing points, I wouldn't say like really swing, but like these higher zones just get they switch. But you can tell order flow is bearish from all the way up here. But if you want a clear structural change, you would look outside, like here. Let's see if we can find a trader talk. Oh, I can't.
So if you can't use the 15 seconds, where would you enter just by looking at the 1 minute?
You'd enter?
Yeah.
Let me get rid of this. So, because of have you guys learned supply build-ups? Or no?
No. No, I don't think so.
Alright, so alright, on the 1 minute, right? We have all of this here is just a supply build, like it's just a supply build, yeah. So once you see how like we're ranging here, like ranging like down. It's like a downtrend, but it's like ranging, and you see like pressure going crazy here, yeah. when you see that happen, you would ignore all of this and take this supply zone here. Yeah. But the reason why I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to teach you guys order flow, and why you guys should actually learn order flow is because you can see that within this range here, yeah, supply just keeps getting respected, and you could have looked for shorts in here instead of waiting for
Without
this change
waiting
character.
for the CHOCH.
No, so instead of waiting for a CHOCH, yeah, just look at how supply just keeps playing out. If you know that supply keeps playing out, yeah, then you know that the order flow has already shifted. So order flow and structure is different because structure you can like see a clear change, but for order flow, if supply keeps getting respected, you already know that price is already bearish. That's how order flow works. Do you guys
It's
understand?
just knowing when supply is in the market and plans being.
Yeah. That's basically it. So if I were to take this trade, I would have caught something like up here on the supply, because so this change. Wait, hold on. Let me use this makes more sense.
You just use like a breaker structure like that as a added confluence, and then just below supply.
Look. Supply got it got mitigated here, yeah. So it didn't break the high, it just respected it, and what happened? It broke structure, right? Once this break structure happened, you want to mark out another supply zone. So let's say we mark this out, yeah. Then we could have took a short here, or here, which here. So it could have been like this. You guys could have took a trade like this on the 1 minute. Yeah. So supply got respected here, supply got respected here. What happened? Break structure here. Once this break structure happened, it gave us a supply zone, and then supply zone reacted and dumped. You could have said like, oh yeah, this is more valid too because of this inducement, yeah, and that's just like order flow trading. Whereas we could have took trades like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 trades here, like that's 2 entries, right? Or if you're trading structure, you know that structure is bearish after this happened, yeah. But we typically we want to look for trades in here. But to confirm our structure, yeah, you want to wait until this leg gets taken out, which is what happened. But if you wanted to make an entry, you could have took an entry here. Yeah, we have liquidity, break a structure, and then supply rejected. It looks more clean on the 15 seconds. But for the people who don't have the seconds chart, then it's not worth it. Because order flow is better on 15 seconds. You see how there's a break structure here? Yeah, a lot of people would have been like, oh, that's not a breaker structure, body didn't close. Because then you guys are on the 1 minute, yeah? And you see how like body didn't close here on the 1 minute? Body doesn't close? A lot of people are like, oh, that's not valid because body didn't close. But if you go 15 seconds, there's a clear, it's clearly bearish here, yeah? You see it's playing and respected. Break structure, clear break structure here, and then clear break structure here because of all the body close. That's why you guys are all sleeping on the 15 seconds, bro. Like the 15, I make so much trades just based off the 15 seconds. If you're trading structure, you would have not caught any trades because let's look at structure, right? We saw, what do we see here? We're not worrying about anything here. We're just worrying about these 2 CHOCHs, right? CHOCH bearish, and then you mark out the supply zone. And then what happens? Price never comes back up to it. So you would have never made the trade. You would have never made the entry. Yeah? But even if you know like this here, like structure shifted bearish or change of character, you're doing better than the rest of the market because all these other SMC traders from like MetaFX or something, they're taking longs here, longs here, longs here, longs here, longs here, longs here. You just know like this high time frame reaction, yeah, and missing out is still better than everyone else because they're taking all these longs and they're getting stopped out because they think that price is gonna mitigate this 4-hour supply zone here, yeah. That like people are just thinking that price is gonna mitigate this when we knew that price already shifted bearish. So you would have not taken any longs. You would have just left it out.
To the FVG.
Yeah. Like a lot of people are still looking for longs because they think that this supply zone is about to get mitigated. So they're longing, they play continuations into the zone. So they have all these longs and they're all just gonna get stopped out. As soon as this reacted, we knew price was bearish. Do you guys understand that? Do you guys have any questions?
What other higher time frames do you use? Use a higher time frame other than 4 hour?
I'll show you something.
15 minute or something?
Wait, where my choco? Wait, the fuck? Where my choco? Okay, so you know how you guys are on the alright? This is time frames. What time? 25 minutes. Okay, time frames. Yeah. If you go to the daily, right? Let me remove this. what do you see in the daily? You guys see that price is bearish, right? Like you see price going down here, and then price going down here. Yeah, you know that price is bearish. But I don't see the point in you guys using the daily time frame, like because if you're trading with the 1 minute and the 15 seconds, right? The daily means nothing because even if price is bearish or bullish, right? You're making entries off the 1 minute, and then you're catching like 20 pips or 30 pips, and you're catching like a 10R. So like, what really is the point of daily? Like you can see the outlook, yeah. Like you can mark out like the daily supply and demand zones. Like let's say we mark this out. We mark. What can we mark? We can mark this out. Here. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna? Once you saw this, are you gonna target this low? Like you guys aren't gonna hold it for that long. Yeah.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah. So like, there's really no point you like using the daily at all. Like if you're gonna use the daily, just mark out supply and demand. Like just mark out 2 key zones.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're marking out like something like this demand zone here, this demand zone here, and let's say, yeah, just mark out this demand zone. You're having too many zones here. Like three zones is like for me 3 zones are already too much. Like you're liable for another like 1, 2, 3 losses. Yeah, I don't see the point in it. If you know structure is bearish, why would you mark out the demand zones? Like just have a key zone and then go for shorts.
Okay, so basically, you trade when price is chasing the higher time frame zone rather than waiting for it to flip at the like 4-hour and daily zone.
Yeah, like okay, so the basic trading pool strategy, yeah, like everyone uses is flips. You guys look for like a 4-hour supply zone, and you look for like change characters, continuation, break structures, and then you just trade. Yeah, that's the best. That's how you trade flips. But if like let's say we know that price is going to this demand zone, yeah, like I wouldn't even say this is a valid demand zone because it's basically all liquidity. So let's say, why are you guys waiting for like I know a lot of you guys are waiting for this. You guys are waiting for the price to come down here. You go here. All right, now you look for confirmations to go long. Yeah, a lot of you guys are doing that. But if we know that price is gonna come in anyways, yeah, because they respected this supply zone, why are you guys looking for like why are you guys setting alerts here? Like you can literally just look for continuations all the way down to this demand zone instead of just waiting here and then potentially getting stopped out. You can literally look if you know price is bearish on the 15 minutes, right? Because this is the daily, the 4 hours, yeah. Actually, let me get 4 hours because I didn't use the daily. I used the 4 hours, yeah. I'll have look price is way more clean here. You just mark this out. It's the man here. Oops. Like some people wouldn't even take this trade because they think that this is liquidity, but there's a break structure here, if you guys can see. So which made it more valid because you want to see a break structure and then a demand zone, yeah. So a lot of people have let's say we have this marked out, yeah. A lot of people they're looking on the 1 minute for a price to come down here, and then once it comes here, they look for confirms and then they take the long. What's the point of that? Yeah, you can trade flips like I have nothing against it, but if you know the price,
it's gonna be waiting days for a trade.
Yeah, like you're waiting too long.
You can be trading on the way down, the way back up.
Like if you know the price come down here, yeah, price gonna come down here, then just mark out like what you see, like just look at the continuation to the downside. Like this is the general idea of what I want to see. Actually, let me do downtrend. This is how price plays out. Like there's a break structure here, right? Like let's say there was no CHOCH here, like there was no change character, but there was a breaker structure, and the price just kept breaking structure, yeah, and a break structure, and then a break structure here. We could have took a trade here, so we have a break structure here, and then what does it leave? A supply zone here, yeah, and then we have another break structure here, yeah, and what does it leave? A supply. Actually, let me say this mishket, yeah, something like that. And then there's a supply zone here, yeah. So let me mark that as a supply. Supply. Okay. Break structure, supply. But the supply never got mitigated, yeah? That meaning that this break structure here is called an FBOS. failed breaker structure or fake breaker structure, because it's all just liquidity for this supply zone. Yeah. So we know that this liquidity, let me mark that as X, because it never taps into the supply, but it breaks structure again. So a lot of SMC traders, yeah, they're taking shorts from here, and then they're getting stopped out. Whereas we know that price hasn't mitigated the supply, so it needs to come back up, tap the supply, take out all these SMC traders or these retail traders, and then go lower. And then that's how like people have this mistake. They think that, oh, price is this is changing character. Yeah, they have this marked out. Oh, price is bullish now. They have this supply zone here, and they get stopped out. So now they're getting stopped out here because they think that they're taking shorts from this zone, and then now they're taking longs here, and they're getting stopped out again. So now they're taking 2 losses. So like, do you guys see how like you're taking 2 losses?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
When you know that this is just all liquidity, that's why you need to understand FBOS, because a lot of SND traders think that this is a change character, but if you want to confirm that, oh, this isn't a change character, then just zoom out, yeah? Because we know that if it's a change character, there would have been like a demand zone here, like all the way back on like the 4 hours or something, yeah? And then we would have seen this change character, and then price would have came here, came up here, came down here, and then we would have taken a long. The only reason we would take a long here is if there was a demand zone here. But if there's no demand zone there, right? And like price is reacting of nothing, but you see change character, it's just so obvious that it's a fake break structure. Like you can just say FBOS. Yeah, get rid of this change character, and you know that that's liquidity because it never initiated the supply. So while people think that this is a break structure and taking an L here, yeah, we know that they're just our liquidity to take a short here.
So from the fake break of structure, if it breaks structure again to the downside without mitigating that supply, does that unmitigated supply now become invalid and you create another supply zone?
Okay, so let's say this happens here. So I have the supply zone marked out, and this liquidity here. Yeah? I want to wait for the supply zone to get tapped in, but if I see price do this, it makes a fake break structure, right? And then it does this, respects this supply here. Now obviously we wouldn't take a short, yeah. But if it respects this and breaks structure again. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay, it breaks structure again. Yeah. This supply zone is now invalid because this had a perfect mitigation. So we know that, oh, okay, since it mitigated the supply, we know that this is a real break structure now. So now you can flip that to a breaker structure. And if you're waiting for this supply to get tapped in, it's not going to tap in. If price does come back to tap into that supply, right, the supply right here, then there's a very high chance it reacts off a bit and then it breaks through. Because if price mitigates the supply zone, right, just move on to the next supply zone. Yeah, and then price will literally come back up here and break this low and create another break structure. But if you're waiting for this supply zone to get tapped in, yeah, and let's say price does this here, keeps going down, and then if you're still waiting for this supply zone to get marked, tapped in, yeah, wait, hold on. So you're waiting for this, right? Price will do something like this, yeah. When this happened, and then you're looking for shorts here, price has already shifted bullish. Like the reason why we know that price has already shifted bullish is because it keeps respecting all these demand zones in here. Once you see demand zones get respected, yeah, order flow is bullish, structure is bullish, so why would you look for shorts? Yeah, this supply zone is now invalid. Even though it's unmitigated, it's not valid anymore because price already keeps respecting supply and demand, which is order flow. If order flow gets respected, yeah, then you wouldn't want to take these trades from like these unmitigated supply zones because they're just going to be weak. As soon as structure is bullish from here, like let's say change character here, yeah, CHOCH. Fuck, I can't draw. CHOCH. Then we'll just be marking out some demand zones here, yeah, all these demand zones to go long. And we know that this is just a target. Yeah, we could use this as a TP. Do you guys get that?
Yeah,
yeah. This was definitely my main problem. I kept losing on backtesting by just waiting so long for the higher time frame zones and then price will just continue anyway and not flip. But this way makes more sense because I was actually winning back on my back test doing this way.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. But what you need to remember is just structure. Yeah, structure comes first. Yeah, structure comes first, and then SNDs come second. All your SNDs are useless if you don't know structure, because you can have all these supply zones marked out, but if structure has shifted bullish from here, then you just mark out demand zones. Like, you wouldn't want to worry about supply zones anymore. If price is like, let's say, I'll show you guys another example. Let's say, hold on, let me mark this out. Let's say structures like that, right? What do you guys see? Like a clear downtrend, right? This is clearly a bearish structure. I don't know, like some of you guys have like these weird ass supply zones marked out, like someone here. Actually, wait. Sorry, I'm not giving you guys a good example. I see a lot of like new people who do this. They have this supply zone marked out, this supply zone marked out, and then this supply zone marked out. Yeah. Let's say break structure here, break structure, break structure, break structure. So a lot of you guys have this marked out, right? But you see how like price never comes into this supply zone and then make a new supply zone. It just keeps going down, pull back, go down, pull back, go down. Like, it keeps breaking structure, but it never mitigates the supply zones. Yeah. A lot of people, a lot of smart money traders, they think that this is a valid zone, this is a valid zone, this is a valid zone. So they take shorts here, yeah, shorts here, and then a short here. Let's say you get stopped out here, right? The first one, you get stopped out, and then you get stopped out here again, and then you win this one, yeah? Like, that's fair. You can make like you can take 2 losses and then catch a 10R, and then what? You're up 8R. Like, yeah, that strategy works, but if you want like a high win rate, just worry about structure, because as soon as like, because this always happens, a 4-hour demand zone, like from all the way from back here, yeah, all the way from back here, like way back, people missed out on all these demand zones, yeah. So when we see a demand zone react off here, and let's say price just starts like shifting, order flow starts shifting bullish, or we see price do something like this, yeah, create a change of character, we know that price is bullish, yeah. Once we know that price is bullish, just mark out the demand zone, wait for a structural break here, it comes back, respects this demand zone, we want it to respect, right? Because if it doesn't respect, it can make another low, and then do this again, and then create another change character, yeah? Wait, so it's looking a bit messy, but let's say, let me mark this out. You have this demand zone here. This is this is the first change character. So you have up move here, down, up here, yeah? This is the first change character that you guys have marked out. And then a supply zone here. Sorry, a demand zone here. Yeah? So I know that a lot of people, once they see this change character, they're looking for longs into that demand zone, yeah? But what you want to do is wait for a double confirmation. Because double confirmation is like, once you get that double confirmation, you will just know that price is bullish, yeah? Once the change character happens here, a lot of people are doing this. They're waiting for price to come down, create liquidity, and then come down here, yeah? And then they just take the risk entry here. But what you want to do is wait for price to come here. Because price could literally do this here. Break this low, make another break structure here. If that happens, yeah, a lot of people get stopped out. So that's why I don't take that first confirmation. I'll wait for this. Wait for a break low. Oh, sorry, hold on. I'll wait for this. This getting respected. Break structure again. Yeah, this is a break structure. Create a demand zone here, and then come back down. That's when I'll take the trade. Yeah. So that's a double confirmation. You have a change character, and you have a breaker structure. So now you know that price is clearly bullish, yeah? Because price can also do this. It's a change character here, has a demand zone here, breaks this low, yeah? Does something like this, yeah? Breaks another low, and then breaks up, yeah? So now you have this change character. So this is like a second change character sweep. So once you see this, yeah, what you can now do is look at this demand zone, go in here, yeah, go long, or You wait for this here respected, make another high, yeah, a little break structure here, and then mark out another demand zone created from this break structure, and then go long here because you know that price is clearly going to be bullish now, just because of this double confirmation. Do you guys understand that? Yes? No?
Yep. So it's just waiting for the second breaker structure
Yeah.
for confirmation.
Yeah.
It can just break through your
yeah
risk entry.
Yeah. So even the even you guys just knowing that, yeah, like this double confirmation. Let's say you didn't get tagged in. By you knowing that price is already bullish, you wouldn't even take these shorts here.
Yeah.
You know that all these supply zones are weak because price has already shifted bullish here, and as soon as price shifted bullish here, yeah, you wouldn't take the shorts. And even though you missed the trade, it was better for you missing these longs than for you taking these shorts.
Taking losses.
Yeah. Like why would you take 3 losses when you could just miss a win? Even if you took a win here, yeah, like all these zones are just liquidity to you.
Yeah, makes sense.
Guys, any other questions? Or is that all?
Everything.
Sorry?
I think that's everything.
Alright.
Doesn't seem like, yeah.
What time frames do you mark your time frames, supply and demand?
I just do 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, and 15 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't really use 4 hour?
No. I use 4 hours, yeah, but like it's like
structure.
I don't really give a fuck about like 4 hour structure. I just mark out the supply and demand zones for 4 hours, and then like the key zones like here, this 4 hour structure, this 4 hour SND, and then like something like here. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but when I do these, I take these unmitigated wicks. Here. Because the price needs to grab liquidity before running, but that's all I mark up for 4 hours, and then I look at structure for 15 minutes, and then I
okay, cool.
Yeah, and then 15 seconds is literally my confirmation, where everybody sleeps on. Like 15 seconds goes.
Is this your execution time zone?
Yeah.
15 seconds.
Yeah.
Alright, nice.
Yeah. If I see double confirmation for 15 seconds, I just put a limit order. Like I don't need to wait for rejection candles. I just look for limit orders.
I think people are just scared of the second time frame.
Yeah.
How much do you pay trading view to get seconds? How much do you have to pay?
I think it's like the lowest one's like what?
Wait, let me check. You pay like 600 US a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's only yeah, it's because I use seconds. I have to pay 600 US a year. You can just do some dodgy shit, but like yeah, just do some dodgy shit and get Revolut or shit.
Yeah, I was trying, but I just can't figure it out.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out too. Maybe because I'm underaged, so I just bought the whole thing.
Maybe, yeah. Probably have to do that because the 15 seconds like seems pretty overpowered.
Yeah, it is overpowered, but everyone sleeps on it.
Yeah, I would use it if I could get access to it, but I might have to just pay for it.
Eddie, would you...
Sorry,
mate, you go.
No, go ahead. I wasn't gonna say.
I was going to say, with your bearish order flow, you want to see it respecting supply, for example. Do you only want to see it respect the extreme, or is the decision also...
So this is supply, yeah, and this is demand. Order flow is just like the difference between the buyers and sellers, yeah, like the supply and demand. So order flow is it's just like supply just keeps getting respected, yeah. That's order flow. Or demand just keeps getting respected, and there's no change in character. So while you have all these zones marked out, yeah, you can just tell order flow has shifted if price keeps respecting a supply zone or a demand zone. So order flow is just like it keeps respecting a zone.
But if it respects the decisional, but not the extreme, how do you know if it's an FBOS or if it counts as respecting it?
No. So once I use order flow once, like this is a 4 hour supply zone, right? That's a 4 hour supply zone. You wouldn't want for you to find FBOS, yeah? This is what you do. Let's say price does this, comes in here, yeah? Break structure here, so that's a clear change in character, right? Comes up here, breaks a low, does this. So I'll mark this out. This is structure, right? Not order flow. This is structure. Yeah, change character here. Change character here. Order flow is different. Because FBOS and break structures and all that, that's all structure. Yeah. Whereas this break structure here, this is a double confirmation. Yeah. You guys see that this is double confirmation? I was like, let's say this supply zone here. Price taps into it, comes down, break structure, and then makes another supply zone here. Yeah. Now we know that this supply zone is super valid if price just misses it, yeah, induces, and then break structure again. Here. So now this is an FBOS. And then they wait for price to come back up here, and then you look for shorts. Yeah, that's structure. So structure, you wouldn't really count FBOS because it's not really order flow. And if it's order flow, we would see something like this. Now this is order flow. It's like price keeps respecting this these supply zones. That's order flow. And then it keeps breaking structure. Like it doesn't have to break structure. Like it just you can still do this. Makes it slow, yeah, something like that. But it makes another supply zone and it gets respected. So it's not like that. Like that. Yeah, that's still pretty much valid for order flow. So you wouldn't really count like structure here. You just want to see these supply zones get respected. But it's more valid if there's like a break structure and then the supply zone. But that's only if it reacts off this the 4 hours. Because once you're inside this high time frame zone, yeah, why would you look for longs? Like it doesn't make sense for you to look for longs inside this supply zone. Like if you don't look for longs, yeah, you want to see the supply zone get broken, and the price always comes back down. If it doesn't, if like it just keeps flying, you go to the low time frames, you'll find entries. Do you guys understand that? Guys so quiet. Yes or no? Am I talking too fast? You guys don't understand that? Yes? No?
It's understood.
Okay. Do you have any more questions?
Not me personally, no.
Hey Lawrence, are you still in the short? Have this marked out. Was I in this trade? I was forward testing this. Something like that. Like I posted in TP. I posted this trade in TP. You guys saw it, yeah? It's about to hit TP.
I took the same thing.
You took the same thing?
Yeah.
Ah, sweet. Wait, I just got mentioned in premium chat. Eddie, can you explain how you would find the best zone after price break structure? Alright, so on the 1 minute, right? Let's say the 1 minute. As soon as price break structure, yeah, you want to look for. So for my point selections, yeah, you have white candle, yeah, or you have unmitigated wick. So these are the only trades I'll take. So for this, I saw an unmitigated wick, which is here. So I took the trade there. For you don't want to mark out like this supply, this supply, this supply. Oh, actually, yeah, this unmitigated wick. This supply zone here. Yeah, because I see a lot of people like they see this break structure, goes down, does whatever, and then they take a short here. Yeah, like because it hits they take a short here because it apparently like it's structure SND confirm, like my confirms hit, so I took the trade here, and then they get stopped at break even, like somewhere around here, or even taking a loss. Well, you know that this supply zone is weak because it's just liquidity for this zone, and you know that this is weak because it's just liquidity for this supply zone because it never got mitigated. Because a lot of people they take a loss here, like let's say they take a break even here, right? They have this marked out, and then they take a short here as well. And then they think that, oh, like this is a valid trade because like it reacted, it made what gave me a 7R. Like it probably could have worked, but it wouldn't be a valid win because it's just all weak zones. Like all you had was structure, SND confirm, yeah, but none of that works without liquidity, which is all liquidity for here. Do you guys understand? You need liquidity in all your zones. So it goes structure, SND, liquidity, and then confirm. So make sure that you need to have liquidity. You guys understand? Wait, have you guys even learned liquidity? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Oh, we're about to hit TP. Like, just remember that if you have more than like 2 zones marked, then you're doing something wrong. Because it should always be like 1 or 2 zones maxed. Let me find the trade. I'm finding the trade. Hold on. Here. Oh, I can't share it. Never mind. Oh, there we go. That's 12R. Whoosh. Hey, did anyone else take the trade? Or?
Yeah. I had TP a little earlier though.
Oh. Did you get scared?
I didn't get scared, I just didn't set it to... I just set it where like... I set it like kinda... where those last 2 lows were. Like halfway of yours.
Oh. Yeah, I see that a lot of people mark this out as the target, yeah? Like,
Yeah.
it has something like
Yeah.
targeted low.
Yeah.
But if it's right next to a demand zone, like a 4-hour demand zone, just target the demand zone. Like, this is all liquidity.
Yeah.
There's no point taking these. Is that like? Do you guys have any other questions, or is that all for today?
So you only draw your POIs on the 1 minute?
Nah, I draw them on
Oh well, like, for the point you're looking to enter.
Oh no, I actually do 15 seconds, bro.
Oh, so...
Because look, it's more accurate if you zoom in here, right? You know how I said you wait for unmitigated wicks?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would have took this unmitigated wick here, and then look how accurate it is. So instead of taking a trade here, we could have took it here, lowered our R like somewhere here, and then we could have put like something like a 1 to 28.
Oh.
But like it doesn't, like, you can't do that because of the spreads and the all that shit, yeah. Like, yeah. So but 15 seconds, that's how I make the entries.
Okay.
But whereas the 1 minute, you would drag this out here, all the way down here, and you would have took like a longer trade here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but 15 seconds is so fucking accurate. I don't know why you guys are all sleeping on it. Like, come on, look at that, look at the perfect TP as well. Like,
yeah, it's making me more tempted to pay for it.
Nah, just find a way to scam it.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll look around a bit more, and if can't find anything, then yeah.
Yeah, that's
because I'm already paying for FX replay right now.
Oh fuck yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Nah, just use the FX replay. Oh, but you can't use seconds, eh?
Yeah, you can't use seconds on it.
Yeah, nah, that's why I don't like it. Like,
yeah,
it's better if you just backtest on the 15 seconds on because you can use it for what, 2 weeks.
Yeah, if you're paying for the premium, like the one you're using, the highest one for the seconds, can you go back like really far and use like 15 seconds?
What do you mean?
Because, well, if you only pay for like not the highest
for you guys
membership,
you only get like 2 weeks back
for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So how do you what do you use for back testing?
Cause remember how I showed you guys my chart and like I could go back years with the seconds chart? Remember how I did
that?
Yeah.
How?
So, I don't know how I did it, but I remember how I did it on VC, and then everyone was
like,
what the fuck?
I do remember, yeah. You were in like 2005 3 or something.
Yeah, and I was backtesting seconds. Yeah. Now I don't know why like you guys can't do it, but when I was doing that, right, I was just backtesting with that, and I was just collecting data with that. When I was going back all the way back down using the seconds, I can't do it anymore. I'm pretty sure it got patched. Yeah. Nah,
So
but
do you still backtest?
Huh? Nah, I don't backtest anymore. I don't
You only forward test.
Yeah, I don't see the point of backtesting anymore. I don't
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Because I've backtested everything here, right? I know how it works, so there's no
Yeah,
real
that's
point of
true.
me just like going back because I'll basically I'm just cheating. So if I'm backtesting, I'll just go like GPU or some shit, GU.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck. You guys have any other questions for the day, or you guys are pretty much quiet? You guys are so quiet.
Eddie.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing Forex?
Forex maybe like seriously with like SMC and stuff. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe like 5 months.
Damn.
Yeah. Nah, but I've been trading for nearly 2 years though. It's just retail.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you guys been trading for?
Well, I've just been like retail, probably about a year, crypto mainly, but I'm looking to get into Forex soon.
Yeah, I was doing crypto too, but I was
Yeah.
just like,
I was doing.
huh?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say I was like doing retail on crypto like before everything crashed, like back in 2021,
No,
and I only started like SMC like December last year.
Retail works really well for Forex though. For crypto, like retail works really well because if you get like if you get daily, right, you see like a wedge here. Yeah. You see
Yeah.
like a bearish
Yeah.
flag here. You see bearish flag up here as well. Something like this. Yeah, you just like you don't press the bearish. You just look at these wedges and flags, and they all pop
Yeah,
up.
that's true.
Like it actually works really well. Like, and that's what I've been doing. I was just like, I need to press those bearish because you just mark these flags. And even like even a retest here, right? Because one of the trades I took was something like this. So I marked up this line here, yeah, and then I saw that price was respecting, yeah. It broke up, collected liquidity, and then it went down. So you could have looked to like a short here, because you can use this as this support could just be used as a resistance. But I don't want to teach you guys that because it doesn't work for Forex. It's just for crypto, but it's better to just stick to Forex for now.
SMC work on crypto as well.
SMC, yeah, SMC works, but you need volume in the market. If there's no volume, it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, where'd I get the demand? Hold on, let me get 5 minutes. See, you remember how I said unmitigated wicks? Yeah? I marked up this unmitigated wick. So, once I got this unmitigated wick, I knew that was my TP zone. Which is right here. You see how it perfectly taps in? And then it starts rejecting? You want to take the unmitigated wicks as your SND. Because those are more valid. So remember how I said either white candle or unmitigated wick? So you want to mark the unmitigated wick here. Because a lot of people, yeah, they're using somewhere here, like they're using the demand zone. Like this is how they mark up the demand zones. Like I don't that's why I don't like these teachers. Like they tell you to mark all this out, when really it's not gonna play out. It's just gonna grab the liquidity first, which is here. This is like liquidity grabs here, and it starts rejecting. Wait, I'm gonna take a long here. Hold on. Alright, what do you guys see? You guys see a CHOCH here? CHOCH here. CHOCH here. So, if I see... I'll show my thought process. I see this CHOCH here. I want to see this demand zone get respected. Yeah, this is what I want to see. I want to see price go down here, create liquidity or whatever, come back down to this demand zone, make another break structure, yeah, break structure to high, and then create another supply zone here, demand zone here, come back down, and I'll take a trade. If I see that, I'll take the trade, but I'm pretty sure price is gonna do this first. It's gonna come down here, break this low, yeah, range a bit, do something like this, and then create another CHOCH here, and then I'll look for another continuation like what I said before. Break structure, and then supplies with nil. And I'll take the trade here. So I just want to wait for double confirm.
So you wouldn't use the wicks here as your demand zone?
Nah. I would only use it for high time frames, like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So
Alright, okay.
like anything on the 15 seconds, 1 minute, like wicks don't matter.
So you would use the actual candle on the long time frames, and then the wicks on the higher time frames.
So 15 seconds, you really want your body close, because any wicks on the 1 minute is a close on the 15 seconds. If it's not closed on 15 seconds, it's not valid. So I don't take it. You guys understand? Do you guys have any other more questions? Like any more questions? Or are you guys gonna backtest what I just taught?
Yeah, we'll be backtesting this for a while now.
Alright, sweet.
Thank you for this. It's much appreciated.
No problems. Alright, have a good day, guys.
Yeah, you too. See ya.
See ya.